to Kansas, gateway to Oz. Under the rainbow, this is where it was. Hollyhocks and red ripe tomatoes, hand-churned homemade ice cream. Let me tell you, Kansas is more than tornadoes. It's the best part of
Today Around Kansas starts with a look at the Kirwin National Wildlife Refuge in Phillips County. Then learn about Kelley Hunt, a musician who is generating a lot of excitement with her music. Next, enjoy a poem from Ron Wilson, and we'll end with the Pony Express. Even though it only lasted 18 months, the idea of a horse and rider bravely delivering mail across the country lingers in our imagination. Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com. This segment is brought to you by Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego. Just a short drive down the Yellow Brick Road. Well, good morning again. I'm Frank.
I'm Deb.
And this is Around Kansas. And it's nice and cool this early in the morning, so.
Because we're in air conditioning.
Yeah, we're in the middle of July.
Of course, you know the High Plains, Frank. You know, Oakley's my new hometown, and we don't have air conditioning in the house. I know, it sounds nuts.
The wind's 90 miles an hour
The
most
wind,
of the time.
exactly. So by the time you get hot, it's blown that air, you know, somewhere else. But honestly, the mornings are glorious. They are glorious. It's like the air is just delicious. It's cool, and you know, the altitude is high enough. I think Oakley's about 2,500 feet or something. And then Wallace, if you get a little further, just, you know, a little farther west is over 3,000 feet. So the altitude really makes a difference. And, and cooling down at night, and that, if you get cool at night, you can survive the rest of it, you know. It's July. It is July.
Yeah. Anyway, so we've got this weekend in Sabetha a rodeo.
Ron Wilson told us all about that last weekend, and he will not be happy if you don't show up. So you better make Ron happy and get on up to Sabetha.
And it'll be nice and cool during the rodeo. So.
Yeah, it'll be nice and cool. All the horses kick up a breeze, let me tell you. All that.
And if it rains, it'll be more interesting. So
nothing stops them. You know, they're just like the Pony Express, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. We got a whole horse theme going on today, don't we? Yeah. So, yeah, Sabetha's a beautiful town. You're going to really enjoy going up there, or out there, down there, depending on where you're starting from, what corner of Kansas that you're starting from, and you're really going to enjoy it. They're great folks, and they'll make you welcome, and the rodeo is fun, and so it'll be a great time. We're working on, we're planning a big event at Fort Wallace next year, and so we're looking for reenactors. And you know, the hard thing is finding skinny guys that look like they did in the 1860s when people had, like, you know, 1% body fat or something, and it's a little bit of a challenge these days.
If there wasn't a 7-Eleven or a Quick Shop on every corner,
exactly.
You rode 20 miles, it was like through nothing.
Through nothing, that's right. You had to take it with you or find a water hole along the way or something. So, oh, I got to give another plug in. Our good friend Rob Culbertson, Cowboy Culbertson, up at American Frontier Productions, is doing another artist photo shoot in August. So if you're an artist and you want to do Western sets, and oh my gosh, has he got some cool stuff planned. And maybe it'll be cool up there too. Who knows?
Not in July. If I remember last year, it was what, 100 and something. But the models still came out. They would ride over
sweating
the hill.
Sweating
they would do whatever.
They would do whatever. It didn't matter how hot it was. That's right. Hey, we got a great show. Stay with us.
Welcome to Kansas, gateway to...
Buying a car shouldn't be this hard. And at Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego, it isn't. It's actually awesome. Whether you want a new or used car or truck, Toby's team can make the deal. Even if you want to custom order a new car or truck, Toby's team can make the deal. See Toby's team at Brown Chevrolet Buick in Wamego. We're awesome.
Lecompton. The name was splashed across newspapers throughout America and Europe. It was debated in the halls of Congress. Lecompton interprets its unique territorial history with 2 museums and other sites. Events throughout the year celebrate history and community.
Experience the life of the mountain man, American Indian, trappers, and traders at the annual Bald Eagle Rendezvous, September 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
Spend the day in historic Lecompton, shopping, eating, savoring the rich history.
Stop for the legend. Buffalo Bill Cody earned that title right here in Oakley. Celebrate its pioneering history and unique geography in 2 sites, the Buffalo Bill Cultural Center and the Fick Fossil Museum. Carnival, rodeo, tractor pull, demolition derby, grandstand shows, and more at the 55th Annual Logan County Fair, July 18 through 23. 83 and 40 and I-70 crisscross this hub of the Western Vistas Historic Byway. Stay for the day. Discover Oakley. This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine. Your stem cells, your health, your life.
You know, Kansas is right smack dab in the middle of a lot of flight patterns, and not just airplanes, but birds. And this was one of the most incredible things I've ever seen. My daughter Noelle and I were headed back from Lincoln days in Lincoln, Kansas. And so we must have been on Highway 18. So we stopped along the highway because as we were driving for, I don't know, 5 miles, 10 miles, we could see a flock of birds crossing the highway. When we got up there, they were still crossing the highway, and we pull off into a driveway there. We watched them till we got tired of watching them, so 15 or 20 minutes, and there was no end in sight on either horizon. I don't know what they were. They were some little small dark bird, and I'm not smart enough. I don't know if they were starlings or I don't know what they were. I've never seen anything like that, Frank. And they were maybe 40 feet above us, 40, 50 feet above us, and maybe their column was 30, 40 feet wide. And so millions of birds, millions of birds. And because Kansas is smack dab in the middle of this migratory path, we've got a lot of places, Cheyenne Bottoms, you know, that are designed to help take care of that migratory bird population. But Kirwin National Wildlife Refuge in Phillips County is just spectacular. And if you've never been to Phillips County to see this is, and Phillips County is beautiful anyway. You know, Phillipsburg, it's just this rolling countryside. It's just gorgeous. But the refuge is amazing, amazing. If you're a photographer, I'm telling you, this is the place to be because everywhere you look is a photo op. Just magnificent.
And there's never anything going on in Kansas, right?
Nope, no, nothing happens here. Drive on by. Kirwin National Wildlife Refuge was established to conserve, maintain, and manage wildlife and habitat for migratory birds. The nearly 11,000-acre Kirwin Refuge is located in the rolling hills and narrow valley of the North Fork of the Solomon River in Phillips County. The refuge lies in an area where the tall grass prairies of the east meet the short grass plains of the west. As a result of this merging of prairies and plains, grasses and wildlife common to both habitats are found on the refuge. Over 10,000 migrating waterfowl can be seen on the refuge during fall through early winter. Other migratory birds, including the endangered whooping crane, can be found on the refuge. Since the emphasis is on migratory birds, the refuge provides food, shelter, and nesting areas for migratory birds such as grassland dependents, tree-dwelling neotropicals, waterfowl, and shorebirds. Depending on reservoir water levels, refuge staff use a variety of management practices. Corn, wheat, and milo are grown through a cooperative farming program, with a portion of the crop left in the field to provide food for migrating waterfowl and resident wildlife. Other management tools include grazing, brush control, haying, mowing, and controlled burning. To minimize disturbance to wildlife and to comply with federal laws, policies, and regulations, these activities are prohibited on the refuge. Camping, fires, water skiing, personal watercraft like jet skis, speed boating, swimming, collecting plants, animals, including antlers or historical artifacts, fireworks, Dogs and other pets must be on a leash. Littering, disorderly conduct, intoxication, commercial use, including guiding. The list of don'ts is long because the number of birds depending on this site is so long. Respect the property and its purpose. Take the kids and do some amazing bird gazing.
I dug trees by hand for years and years and years. In the process, I wore out my rotator cuff. But when I learned about this process, I thought if there's a way to get rid of this pain, then I wanted to do it. So we did it, and it worked. And I'm not going to go out and dig trees with a shovel anymore, but I can do the things that I want to do now.
Ag Promo Source is a unique group of members with one mission: to help your ag-related business grow. Each affiliate has their own area of expertise, and they work together to bring you advice, products, and services. To get started, visit agpromosource.com. Ag Promo Source. Together we grow.
It's rodeo time in Sabetha. Come to the 61st Annual Northeast Kansas Rodeo on July 16th and 17th. Steer wrestling, calf roping, bull riding, and more. It's an exciting event for your whole family. The Sabetha Rodeo. Don't you dare miss it.
Tallgrass Commodities offers producers bulk commodities at a reasonable price with reliable service throughout the whole Midwest. To find out more about Tallgrass Commodities, visit tallgrass.us or call 785-494-8484.
Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture, represents grassroots agriculture. The state's largest and most powerful farm organization stands up for its members through leadership development, agriculture education, legal defense, environmental advocacy, farm safety, and risk management. Members also enjoy money-saving benefits. To join our organization today or to learn more, go to www.kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
This segment brought to you by Kansas Grain Sorghum, growers working together. Find out more at kansasgrainsorghum.org. And here we are again. Hey, you know, I'm proudly on the volunteer board at the Jayhawk Theater of Kansas. And of course, we are in the process of raising funds to completely renovate the theater. But in the meantime, we have a lot of events that are going on there. And one of them was the person that we're going to talk about next. And not only was she putting on a tremendous show, it was a sellout, and we really do thank Kelley for honoring us to be at the Jayhawk Theater and be one of our fundraising events.
You're going to love Kelley.
Let's take a look. Just mentioning the name Kelley Hunt is enough to generate excitement. The singer-songwriter, piano player, guitarist defies easy definitions or pigeonholing. Her website describes her as a woman who has muscled her way onto the scene on her own terms, with an identity steeped in blues, roots, gospel traditions, and a refreshing originality. Kelley makes music with its righteous roots intact. It also crosses boundaries. Together with commanding, passionate stage presence and superior vocal, keyboard, and songwriting skills, she's earned the respect of critics and fans across North America and Europe. Born in Kansas City, Kelley was influenced by listening to early blues, R&B, roots rock, jazz, and gospel, a cross-section of New Orleans, St. Louis, KC piano traditions, as well as Kansas City masters Jay McShann and Mary Lou Williams. Before that came the sound of her mother singing jazz and blues, her first musical memories, and the influence of her New Orleans gospel singer grandmother. Reminders of these very traditional influences are evident in Kelley's live performances and recordings, but the lyrics, soul, and passion are all her own. Kelley's resume includes appearances on a long list of premier festival stages, and she's appeared 6 times on A Prairie Home Companion. Kelley's latest album, The Beautiful Bones, is her 6th release and 4th as co-producer. It's been called the best work of her career. More Than Bones proved beautiful on this scintillating release. Kelley Hunt's time has come, writes Blues Music Magazine.
What do we do with this truth and these tears? What will we see through our sorrow?
Kelley described how the song came to be. I had already written most of the songs, she said, and felt they were about the things that are important to all of us as people. But the beautiful bones connected them. I was inspired by looking out my kitchen window while I was playing guitar and seeing the bare branches of a tree covered in snow, and I started to think about the layers we all have in our lives and the possibilities that come with each of them. The bare branches of that tree started to resemble a hand, and I started thinking of all the strong women in my family. It was as if they were sending me a message. 15 minutes later, the song was done. In a state where we can boast many musical accomplishments, Kelley Hunt is a rare find.
Welcome to Kansas, gateway to Oz, under the rainbow.
Support Kansas agriculture education with an AgriTag. AgriTags are available anytime at your county treasurer. They look great on cars and trucks. For more information, go online to ksagclassroom.org.
Grain sorghum is one of the most important cereal crops worldwide, and Kansas leads the nation in its production. A high-energy, drought-tolerant crop, sorghum only requires 6 inches of water to produce the first bushel. And with its wide uses and easy adaptation, sorghum proves to be a truly indispensable crop. Kansas Grain Sorghum is committed to sorghum research, market development, and education. Learn more at ksgrainsorghum.org.
Hi, I'm Annette from Jackson's. Our annual gigantic sale will be this Saturday, where every plant in the greenhouse and in our nursery, from annual to perennial, shrub, tree, or water plant, will be half price. Don't miss our biggest sale of the year.
WIBW Jackson's Greenhouse Garden Club members can shop Friday, Saturday, and Sunday when they present their membership card. They'll receive the 50% sale prices.
Jackson's Greenhouse has what you need today.
Around Kansas, brought to you by Santa Fe Trail Meats in Overbrook, or visit us online at sftmeats.com.
There is a group called the Kansas Barn Alliance, which promotes and preserves barns as a vital part of the rural lifestyle of Kansas. This poem is entitled, Barns Are Beautiful. I think a barn is a beautiful thing, surrounded by grass in the early spring. It's a place of shade to store some hay, with stanchions for milking cows along the way, or perhaps a tack room or stalls, of course, where you can stable a cow or a horse. Or maybe it's converted to some modern use, which a rural landowner will come to choose. It may have a gable or gambrel roof to maintain, topped off by a cupola or a weather vane. It may be built of stone or old wood, but it brings back memories of when times were good. It's a symbol of our nation's rural legacy, a part of our landscape for all to see. And when you've worked hard on the range and you're all in, just waiting for the workday to come to an end, it's sweet to hear those words when the boss says, "Oh darn, I guess it's quitting time. Let's go to the barn." Happy trails.
Welcome to Kansas, gateway.
Soil is the life of a farm, and for 25 years, SureCrop Liquid Crop Nutrition has helped growers produce abundant quality crops while preserving and improving the soils they steward. SureCrop offers complete soil and plant analysis with cropping recommendations, delivery direct to your on-farm storage, and quality crop nutrition custom blended for your field. Choose SureCrop for the assurance of excellence for your soil. Call today or visit their website for more information.
Biodiesel made from sustainable resources is diversifying our fuel supply. This year, biodiesel will displace over 1 billion gallons of fossil fuel nationwide. It's making our economy stronger and our communities healthier. It's working here and across America. Get biodiesel going in your community. visit americasadvancedbiofuel.com.
No matter where, no matter why, the Veterinary Health Center at Kansas State University is committed to providing quality patient care to animals and exceptional customer service to their owners. From routine checkups to emergency and specialty care, our world-renowned specialists and experienced professionals are here to discover, to teach, and to heal.
Let us know.
How can I help? How can we help?
Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.
Valley Vet Supply.
Watch Ag AM in Kansas online at agaminkansas.com. Around Kansas, brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. Go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter. Ready or not, here we are again.
Here comes Pony Express. Here comes the mail.
Yeah, Pony Express. I still can't imagine riding full gallop 20 miles, and it was really short-lived, though.
Yeah, it was.
The Telegraph kind of put them out of business, and then the same company started the Great Overland Stage Company, which was also short-lived.
Well, things were changing so fast, and that's, one of the coolest things about the 19th century. I mean, everybody that knows me knows how I worship Buffalo Bill Cody. And one of the things that I love about Cody, he embodies all that change that's going on in America. I mean, he lived through every step of it. When he's a child, he sees a sea of wagons at Leavenworth where they're all headed west. And then one of my favorite photos of him, and he's on the Pony Express, and then one of my favorite photos is Cody maybe just a year or so before he dies, and he's standing there looking up at an airplane. So he lived through all that change, that was just coming, the railroads, and it's all just coming just like that, smack, smack, smack. It's something is being outdated and something new is being created. I mean, it was a scary time, but what an exciting time to live.
Oh yeah, it had to be. Of course, you say the good old days, but still, but the West was open. It was free. If you wanted to go west, you could do about anything you wanted to do.
You could do anything. You could do anything. So you get out and find out about it and enjoy it. Let's take a look. Even though the Pony Express lasted just 18 months, its impression on the imagination lingers. The goal was to provide a mail route from St. Joe, Missouri to California that was faster than the overland stage. Johnny Fry was one of the nearly 200 young men selected to take part in an ambitious endeavor. Fry carried a mail pouch on the first leg. Fry was scheduled to leave the station at 5 p.m., April 3, 1860, with his parcel, but the train delivering his pouch was delayed and he did not depart until 7:15 p.m. A cannon boomed, the brass band played, and a crowd of people cheered as Fry's mount raced from the station. They headed west to Seneca, Kansas, a distance of 80 miles, with the leather mochia that held 49 letters, 5 telegrams, and special edition newspapers. Fry's horse galloped the short distance to the ferry, which transported them across the Missouri River. At Elwood, Kansas, they followed the trail through the wooded bottoms, across the Kickapoo Reservation, and to Seneca, where another rider and horse were ready to continue the trek. Express horses carried a maximum of 165 pounds, which included the 20-pound mochia and the rider whose weight could not exceed 125 pounds. Other items were a water sack, a horn to alert the station, a Bible, and 2 weapons, a revolver and optional rifle. Fresh horses were provided every 10 to 15 miles at stations along the trail. 2 minutes was allowed to switch horses and transfer the mail pouch before heading off on the next leg. Riders were replaced every 60 to 80 miles. Fry went on to become a soldier in the Union Army and was killed in 1863 in Baxter Springs in conflict with William Quantrell's raiders. All Pony Express envelopes coming from California were hand-canceled with Atchison as the postmark and carried the famous Wells Fargo Pony Express stamp.
Well, we have to go again.
But we'll see you at the rodeo.
Yeah, I'm Frank.
I'm Deb.
And we'll see you somewhere around Kansas. Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com.
Let me tell you, Kansas is more than tornadoes. We're the best part of Dorothy Street.